chosen ones, empaths, when we get to the point of when we actually leave the narcissist alone and we stop pursuing them, this has been a long journey, because naturally we are problem solvers. The way they presented the issues, they may have said it was for whatever reason, or they done reactive abuse on us, or they made out there were issues to do with us, you know. So we naturally, our natural inclination is to pursue them, is to try and work things out, because we're in a brain fog. We're thinking we're dealing with a loving partner. We don't know yet that we're dealing with a narcissist, right? But eventually, we hit that point when we stop pursuing. And it takes an awful lot for us to stop pursuing. I just want to say now, if you know you're dealing with a narcissist and you're 100% certain you're dealing with a narcissist, stop pursuing them. You know, it's natural for us to, the reason why we were pursuing them is because we, as I said, we thought we was in a loving relationship. We thought this was our significant other. We thought it was a family member or close friend, or we thought it was something like that. So naturally we're going to try and fix the problem, but they will always move the goalpost. They'll always move the goalpost. So they say the problem's A, we try to fix A. They make the problem B, we try to fix B. They make the problem C, and then the list goes on. They keep moving the goalposts, and they keep twisting and turning. But what we got to realize is, right, is the narcissist actually needs us in their lives more than we need them. They need our supply. They need our potent supply. And one of the things is as much as narcissists love positive supply, they also thrive on negative supply. They love it. They need drama in their lives. They need drama, right? They actually don't actually like, even though they are totally in need of having supply and they need us in their lives, especially potent supply like we are as empaths and chosen ones, as much as they need us, they don't want to feel reliant upon us. So that's the catch-22 in this situation. Like, they don't want to feel reliable upon us. Like, they don't want to feel like they have to rely on us, if you understand what I'm saying. But getting back to the topic of the video, if you actually just leave them alone and you stop pursuing, you're gonna get them coming back to you. It's just the way the law works, you know. If once you stop putting your energy into them and trying to fix the problem, they're gonna come back to you. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna come back to you with open arms and a bunch of flowers and pleading forgiveness and all of that. I'm saying, just like how I said they go from A to B to C to, you know what I mean? They're going to take this somewhere else. They're going to go all the way to Z, right? And they're going to try and do something that's going to trigger an emotional reaction in you. And this is why we need to become numb to what they do. We need to become numb, because we need to be aware that they will go off and do something, you know? As I said, not all the time they have other sources of supply. But one thing I want you to know is, even if they do have other sources of supply, their other sources of supply are not like you, right? So we need to get to the point of an understanding that it's an unfixable problem you're trying to resolve with the narcissist. They don't want it to be fixed. They want this negative supply from you. This is what they want, okay? They want the negative supply from you. But when we finally leave the narcissist alone, they realize they need you more than you need them. This will take the shift in place. They'll begin to realize, okay, I need this person back. What should I do? And that's why I said they're going to do something extreme to try and trigger an emotional reaction, to try and get you back. But the main theme of this message that I want you to understand is we have to let them go. We have to leave them alone. We can't fix it. You know, leave them to their own devices. And they're going to end up trying to crawl back to us. Because even if they go off and sleep with a number of people to trigger an emotional reaction, that's them desperately crawling around sources of supply to trigger an emotional reaction out of us. If you're seeing the pictures on social media, this is another trying to trigger an emotional reaction from you to make us go back to them. But we need to stay stern, we need to stay firm, we need to lock them off. We can't pursue them, right? If they're doing the silent treatment to you, this is another thing to trigger an emotional reaction from you, because they're giving you the silent treatment. If they're giving you the silent treatment, leave them alone. It's so hard, I know, but you're fighting a psychological warfare with these individuals. It's a psychological battle. If they're doing the silent treatment, the natural inclination for us to do is to try and reach out and try and speak to them. But if you do the exact opposite in that situation and you don't pursue them, I swear I've made the mistake. I've made the mistake and I've lived to regret it, right? But if you don't pursue them, the power is in your hands. The power is in your hands, right? And like I always say, I'm not telling you, like, a lot of us have endured such abuse through the time that we was with them. You know, at times we might feel lonely or sad or whatever, and it begins to make us need them back or want them back. Not need them back, but want them back. Or try and find someone else. I just want you to take time to practice self-love, practice time being alone. We don't need, in this world, we're born alone and we die alone. We don't need we're not like the narcissists. We don't need these people in our lives. We want people who are loving, caring in our lives. We don't need these people in our lives, okay? And we're not dependent upon it. A lot of chosen ones and empaths actually love their alone time. And these lot actually exploited our boundaries by infiltrating well inside of our minds, well inside of our heart, to actually take up and obtain huge amounts of sources of supply. That's what they've done, okay? But we have to stop pursuing them. If they're messaging you, stop responding. Leave them on red. If you have to talk to them about the children, talk to them about the children. Don't talk about nothing else. Just practice these things. We need to put the defense mechanisms in place. And one of these defense mechanisms that we need to put in place is actually stopping pursuing them and actually leaving them alone and leaving them to get the realization that they need us. It's the only way you can drill into their head of a narcissist that they need you, is to leave them alone. A normal person, you might have to speak to them and sit down over a coffee and talk to them and talk it through and talk about where you want the relationship to go and, you know, actually express to one another. You can't do that with a narcissist. The moment we start expressing our feelings, the moment we start telling them how we feel, is the moment they run further and further away. Now, everything I'm telling you in this video will work. It's going to work. If you stop pursuing them, they will pursue you. It's going to work. But I'm not telling you this to actually let them back into your lives, because, as I say, that's going to be a lot worse. And then once you let them back into your lives, you're dealing with a whole nother kettle of fish. And that's a topic for a whole nother video. But you need to actually just let them go. Stop pursuing them. Let them go. Let the energy take place. By there being no energy present, no supply present from us, they will get the realization. They will finally get that eureka moment. Okay? And they're used to us chasing after them. Once they realize we've had enough, they will be craving our supply. They're not used to us not chasing. for us as empaths to actually stop pursuing is a big deal, because we're a problem solver. But we need to go against our natural inclinations and leave them to their own devices. So anyway, I'll leave the video there. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I can't express enough. Thank you for liking, commenting, and viewing the videos as well. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the details in the description box. And if you want a one-to-one session, you can find the details in the description box as well. Anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.